Throwing on first down is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Allen to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Allen to throw once more. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Allen. And once again, this is Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility.
Touchdown, Titans! The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points. Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flushed out right. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Moss. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And he's in his 12th NFL season, and he's crafty, he's savvy. He's a guy who competes for the ball. 61 catches with New Orleans last year. Very happy to be in Buffalo. A big reason why? The young quarterback, Josh Allen.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's caught by Sanders. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Draw play as Allen gives it to Moss. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen going deep for Diggs. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on second down, Tannehill. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Tannehill on first down. This will be caught by Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses. But basically, it's that.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On play action, Allen escaping the pressure right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Allen going to throw. Rolling to his right. And that's caught by Landry. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Bass on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Bills 27, Titans 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 168 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff, running left, Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Flushed out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flush to his right. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's brought down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone, and a two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Well, at least at the very